What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now, in today's video, we are going to be taking a quick look at Jasmy, as this price is confirming more and more what we've been saying over the last few videos. So, of course, I want to keep you as up to date as possible. So, with that in mind, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. So, over the last few videos, I've told you all that I was taking some small profits off of Jasmy. I said, listen, I think that this is a decent time. It has now reached our breakout target, which was this 1.618 Fibonacci extension on the macro Fibonacci zone. I said that all the way down here, if we were to break out, this is where I think we were going. And we reached that level almost exactly. And so, because not almost exactly, I mean literally exactly, we broke above it here. And so, because of that, as we were getting closer and closer to that level in this little range, I told you this is where I'm going to take some profits. Now, not a lot of profits, because I do think Jasmy is going to hit 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents one day, but realistically some profits that will at least reward me for the fact that we were buying all the way down here towards this 1.5 to 2 cent level, and now we're sitting on 100 to 200% gains, right? So now looking at this and kind of having an understanding of the fact that we have been taking some profits, we've actually been getting even more confirmations over the last 24 hours that say that Jasmy could easily be preparing for a pretty consistent cool down, if not a pullback towards the downside. Now, the reason that I say that, of course, is you guys know over the last few videos we've talked about the Bollinger Bands, the RSI, the MACD, all of them showing that momentum was slowing down. But now even structurally, Jasmy is showing signs of a slowdown. Now, the way I can identify this is just paying very close attention to what its structure looks like. I don't overcomplicate things. Look at what it looks like, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line, just a very straight line, pretty consistently at its highs, okay? The levels that it puts its highs at. And what you're going to come to realize is that in all of the situations and all of the scenarios in which Jasmy's price has been running for the last couple weeks, what it's been doing is breaking up to a key point of resistance and back testing support. Breaking above that previous point of resistance, coming back down and back testing support on top of the last resistance. Break above, come back down, back test the last resistance. Break above, come back down. And what happened this time is that as we broke above this point of resistance, we didn't hold it. We were unable to hold resistance up here. We were unable to, hold support. We fell to the resistance, and now we are sitting back below this previous point of resistance. Now, is that a huge thing? No, it's not a huge thing. Things like this do happen. But you have to understand that this is a change in momentum, because all you can do to quote unquote predict the future, which you can't, but the only way that you can get an educated guess as to what's going to happen is to pay close attention to how things change and how momentum is changing. And the fact that in all of these situations, we've been able to break this previous point of resistance, hold above it, and back test it and continue. And the fact that this time we broke above this previous point of resistance right here, but we're unable to hold it and are now back below it, just goes to show that momentum is truly changing. And that we are not as strong as we were back down here, which oftentimes implies when a crypto is up hundreds of percents that we could see some type of cool down, that we might see it only slowly go upwards with a much different type of momentum, or at worst case scenario, start to pull back towards the downside. But momentum is surely shifting, and that is the reason why I have continued to take a little bit of profits off the table while we are still up here. Now, we can check in to see what some of our major indicators are doing. Let's see what the MACD is currently doing. And what you can see is that, yes, this thing is still sitting within the red zone on the 4 hours. And if we go out to the daily charts, you can see that we have now not only gone flat, but we've now actually started to lose momentum. So not only is momentum slowing down, momentum is now being lost. And it seems as if we could be on track for a convergence here, which does go to show that some type of pullback or cool down would be on the way. Now, looking at, let's go out here and let's actually pull up our RSI really quickly. Also, what you can see from an RSI perspective is that this thing is now starting to see that convergence from its RSI band to this moving average. And when this does happen, it's just a sign to show that we could be in a situation where momentum has changed and a pullback / cool down could be on the way. And so when you combine the fact that our indicators are still showing further, kind of somewhat bearishness in the short term, as well as the fact that we're now finally seeing a little bit of a slowdown and change in momentum from a price structure perspective, I definitely think that Jasmy is not a buy right now. I think that it's either a hold or a take profit. The profits I've taken is maybe 5% of my total position, 4% of my total position. I am still holding over 90% of my position, expecting that Jasmy over the long term will hit 10, 20, 30 cents. That is still what I think will happen. But in the short term, it doesn't make sense to not take profits, because in the long term, I think that we might do something, because there are no guarantees. And so I just wanted to update you to let you know that Jasmy is still now showing further signs that we could see a pullback or cool down, and you need to be aware of it, at least ready for it if it does happen. Maybe the best thing for you to do is just to know that it could be on the way and sit back and do nothing. And so that if the time does come where it does start to pull back, you're not freaked out, you expected it, and maybe you're even ready to buy a little bit more. That's a great opportunity. Or you can take a little bit of profits here, expecting that some sort of, pullback could be on the way with better buying opportunities in the future. I can't tell you what to do. Personally, I'm just taking a little profit, letting the rest ride, and if it dips, might just buy a little bit more. And so with that said, of course, there are no guarantees. We're in a bull market. Jasmy might get some great news and take off 20% to the upside. That's things that I can't expect, or sorry, those are things that I can't predict. All I can do is just know that in the long term, I'm bullish, and that if that happens, I will still be doing really good because I still hold over 90% of my position. So overall, of course, I just wanted to update you guys. If you guys do enjoy these updates, please do let me know by smashing the like button on this video and also subscribing to the channel. It really does help out a lot, and I really would appreciate it. There are a couple links down there below. You can see my trades and much more down in the HG Access Discord link if you want to go check it out. But overall, of course, I hope you guys do have an absolutely fantastic day. I have a few more videos dropping today, so stay tuned for those, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.